Welcome everyone to this week's countdown. Once again, I am your host, Intel, and to the left of me on the top left corner, that is Chef_Zombie, DPS player for Hyperflex.
As well as manager, but hello.
Yep, built different. To the bottom left, we have not Phantom Flex, we have Juicebox, the manager of Edinburgh Monarchs.
Hello.
And to the bottom of me, you know him, you love him, he played as Mercy. We have Phantom Flex, support player for OTW.
How are you doing?
Now, obviously we had a break as each team was preparing for playoffs, and this week we're going right into it. We only have two teams to really discuss, but before we get into that, I do want to go over the the games that happened last week. Specifically, first we had Wisdom versus Geo, which Wisdom lost, actually. It was a 2-3 in favor of Geo, with player of the match being Tilted Waffle. And I'm going to be honest with you, genuinely kind of was confused when I was DM'd and told Wisdom lost.
I think, yeah, Geo looks strong going into the playoffs. I think Wisdom looks like mortal. After that match, I felt like Wisdom was gonna be beatable at some point because like they didn't really have a really good grasp of the meta. So I don't really. I think they fixed it in these like 2 weeks of break because like the meta shifted a lot. So maybe they were left like scrambling for options. But I think they'll be fine going into playoffs, and they'll be like the Wisdom that we know about and we knew for like the season that we just played.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Anything from you, Chef or Phantom?
Yeah, I agree with what Juicebox said, and I do think though it's nice to see that Geo has moved on from just being like the SDA show, and kind of moved on, and I feel like everyone, Sexu, Tilted, is like performing at a higher level, which is nice to see. I think they'll be a top contender for sure.
That makes sense. And Chef?
I guess all I have to say is just because, yes, Wisdom did lose, but I still don't think that should discount them for potentially still being the top team.
No, yeah, they're still
off weeks.
They won the regular season. Yeah.
I 100% agree. And again, I'm really proud of Geo because Wisdom looked pretty bad, at least from my perspective. They made a lot of mistakes, and you know, now we have reasons to say that everyone on Geo is good and not just SD, because we often try to hype SD up a lot, and he's like, no, and you know, we really got to see from like every individual that they are good, and I'm not counting Geo down. They are.
I think Tilted, to be honest. I think Tilted with like is doing like really good stuff, and he has like my EU ping. Because like I'm from EU, so every time I play on an A server, it's fucking painful, and he can literally ball out and like win matches even though he has like 160 ping. So to be honest, I really respect him for that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But for the second game we had, it was Edinburgh Monarchs versus OTW, and at least it was a bit sad to see that EM won against OTW. Not for like any reasons of like, oh, it's just, you know, I had a lot of expectations for OTW going in this, and I did attempt to predict them to win, I think. But the player of the match was Youngsu or Youngsei and Vespi King. So, yeah, going to you, Phantom, first. Like, well, what happened? What's going on with OTW without leaking too much?
Oh yeah, for that specific match, our main tank Me was unable to make it, and so we just kind of we weren't feeling it as much with Big Hoot, like on main tank. No offense to him, so we just kind of in the end decided to meme, especially since the game had no impact on our standings, and you know, we ran Torg, Bastion, and had a bit of fun.
It's wholesome. What about you, Sir Juice?
I think that was a really weird match. I don't know how we lost Li Zhang, to be honest, but yeah, it was you could tell that OTW was memeing, and they really didn't care. Because like I think missing your vocal point, like your main piece in your comm structure, can really hurt teams. So I respect that decision, and I can respect that. But you know, the thing is that yeah, we won. We pretty much, I think we're set for a playoff run. Hopefully, if nothing bad happens, which I don't know. But I think we have a really good understanding of the matter right now. We started to practice it even before it was like really widespread. Like double shield was widespread. We're already doing like the Ryan Oriza thing with the Torbo against Hyperflex. And yeah, I think we're still strong, to be honest.
Yeah, I can agree. I haven't seen you guys much, but I'll take your word for it. And what about you, Chef?
Like I guess some people don't realize how big of an impact being down one player can make. Especially like, I guess I'll take a quick Overwatch League reference for example. Season 2, when Bootbox was sick and they didn't have their flex support, they ended up giving Florida Mayhem one of their like 3 wins in the season. Yet they ended up almost making it the playoffs. So
season 1 Gladiators on playoffs without Fisher.
Yeah. Well, they won the first match there.
Yeah, but it's because London was just unprepared, I guess. They weren't ready for like a remix, I think. But like everything that then collapsed. But I mean, yeah. If you don't have if you don't have a player, it's really hard for you to like win. If you have like a really good bench, maybe yes. But if he is a really good component in your comm structure, then you can probably you cannot replace comm. You cannot replace comms. So it's either somebody steps up to do that role, or you just you're just like fucked.
I agree. Yeah, even when like Chef was gone like a week ago or something, Hyperflex just didn't look the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, another League 0 reference. Geo week 1 without Esta lost the EM, but yet here they are this week beating Wisdom.
I think that match with SDA and Flankiata would have looked different. Would have maybe went to 5 maps, but it would have looked different, especially because we were got 3-0'd by them in the Marsupial Invitational. So
But I am going to cut that off right there to talk about the final game. And it's not surprising. It was still a very intense game, I'd say. It was SBC versus Hyperflex, with Hyperflex winning in a Game 5, 3-2. And obviously... Hold on, Chef. Guess what? You're player of the match.
I
am? You are player... Chef, it's your first win of the entire League 0 season.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We open up this champagne right now.
Yeah, Chef, please tell me how it felt and what you guys were doing in that game against, officially now, the worst team in the league.
Well, I guess we just fought it out to the end. I guess we, no matter what, we didn't give up, and I had faith in the team, and the team stayed strong, and they pulled through, and we actually ended up getting the win, and I can't take all the credit. I have it's literally without the team that I've been given through all the trades and what we had from the start, I would not be able to say that this would have been possible.
That's pretty wholesome. I gotta say, tear to my eye. But what about you, Juice and Phantom? What were your opinions on this game?
It was like a toilet bowl, but not like those bore fest that you see on TV, like when you watch NFL and it's like 2 bad teams. I think that was like one of the best games, even if it was sloppy. And I'm happy that Shep got his first win on League 0. So yeah, I think both teams had a really good chance to win it. I think right now, Hyperflex looks better than SBC. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. As soon as we finished our match, OTW, like all of us got into the team general and we just started streaming the match, and we were
Yeah,
cheering.
we were rooting for Hyperflex, to be honest, because we have like so many friends. Like it's basically people from our bench, Blitz, Bishern, Kill Switch. They all were in REM on some point. I am also like friends with Chef and like other people in the team. So yeah. I'm happy that Hyperflex won, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm incredibly happy.
No offense to SBC, but I don't know
Yeah,
the roster that much as SBC.
Personally, for me, when it came to SBC, what made me like them more than Hyperflex was, yes, I knew a lot of people on Hyperflex, and I'm very close to a lot of them, but I just felt that their season looked a lot more winnable, while SBC every game lost so incredibly bad. I kind of just gave up on them like literally really fast. And I'm hoping during playoffs, when we discuss it in a second, they'll be doing much better, because we're going to go right into predictions. And the first game we're going to be having is Edinburgh Monarchs versus SBC. I voted a 3-0. Phantom, you said a 2-3 in favor of SBC. Chef, you said a 3-2 in favor of EM. And Juice, obviously, you're a part of that team, so you can't say anything. Phantom, I need you to tell me this right now, man. You think SBC is going to win in a Game 5?
Okay, or like, see, I'm a huge fan of Cinderella runs. Like, if I could have it my way, I'd have both SBC and Hyperflex win. It's probably not going to happen, but like, on the off chance, maybe I should have put 2, or maybe I should have put a draw in as well. I don't know. But like, we scrimmed SBC. They're definitely looking better. They've picked up Wadi, the Contenders coach, and I don't know. I just really want it to happen. I think there is a chance that it could. So I don't know. I'm banking on that.
Chef, you also think that this is going into a Game 5. What's with this, man?
Well, I just think SBC, they looked really well in their game against us. It was just like, I honestly feel like, just like with some little things, that game could have gone either way. And so, I feel like they have a chance to at least have a good showing against EM, but EM still, I just feel like, have that upper edge to where I feel like they'll still come out on top. I just put 3-2 because I want to see a really close game for playoffs. I don't want a resident sleeper playoffs.
Fair, very fair. And finally, Juice, you're going into this game. What is your feeling basically going against SBC?
I don't know. I honestly think okay. So going into this match, we had a really series of unfortunate events, to be honest. So I'm just like going in to like and telling my players to have fun, because like I don't want to leak anything, but Youngster is not gonna be available. I don't know if RKT is gonna be available. Like we're missing parts, to be honest. So I don't even know what the final roster like is gonna look like before the game. So I hope, to be honest, that everyone can make it, but honestly, I hope in a good match because I'm confident in my players. I'm confident that my subs are gonna be just as good as Youngsu. I think MT is a contender for 7th Man of the Year, so even without Youngsu, we did good with MT. And I hope we win against SBC, because SBC has been hyped like since day one, because they said, oh, we had the best draft, and since then there's so much hype to them that I don't even know how they are this hyped, to be honest. Because I feel like every match they say, okay, this is gonna be a win for SBC, and it never happened. Like legit, it never happened. Right now with Wadi, maybe they can win it based on like the big brain Contenders coach, I think. But I don't know. I hope it's gonna be a fun match for playoffs.
I do too.
I don't really care if we win or lose. SBC, if they win, they will probably deserve it.
Yeah, it's going to be their redemption arc, 100%. And they do have Wadi. Wadi is in Tier 2, used to be on Hyperflex back in Season 2. I do know Wadi. He is a Papega, so who knows? Maybe his coaching won't be able to do much. Because coaching only helps if the team itself can compete to that skill gap, you know, of what the coach is trying to have you run. But that's enough said, because I'm going to be telling you that EM is being predicted to win about 70%, so it's really high up there. But I mean, if we sleep on SBC, they might mess us up. And for the last game that'll be happening is OTW versus Hyperflex. This is where, at least for me, is my first controversial opinion that I've really done much, which I'm giving the win to Hyperflex, 3-2. A game 5, Phantom, you're in it. Chef, you're in it. But Juice, you're going the opposite way. You're saying OTW's winning 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, so even if Hyperflex looks damn good, and I think they could rival OTW, I think OTW is a lot of that clutch factor that can like sway matches into their way. They know, okay, so I think with OTW is that they know how to get like a run going. Like when they're set on their course, there's nothing stopping them. Even if they lost like a ton of map 5s in this season, map 6 with us, I think that going into like this playoff, I think their clutch factor could be potentially just start rising, and they could, and if they all play up to their competition, I think they can beat Hyperflex easily. But Hyperflex is still a scary team, so who knows? I think it's gonna be a 3-2 because again, OTW on paper has the better roster and they have like a ton of clutch factor, but who knows?
Yeah.
I honestly could go either way.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. For the reason why I'm saying Hyperflex wins in this game 5, because is Hyperflex won their last game against SBC, and I feel like now there's a point to make, especially with Iggledibob on OTW, because if Iggle loses again to Hyperflex, that's 2 years in a row that he lost in finals against kind of the same team, different roster. So I am rude when I say that I want Hyperflex to win just for that arc. And then Hyperflex never to...
Wow.
Yeah. No, I love Iggle. I think Iggle is genuinely a top tier DPS, but I don't know. It's just very funny to me. I think it's...
Rest in peace, Iggle.
Yeah, it's completely in the realm of possibility. And that's genuinely my reasoning. Otherwise, I'd say OTW wins this. Hyperflex on paper, again, not the better roster, but I just have a lot of faith in Hyperflex as well as, again, Iggle. But Chef, how do you feel about this?
Oh, I gotta go first. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I get how do I feel is it's all set up. Hyperflex season 2. They only they had like notably close match, and then the only team they actually notably beat was consistently beat was the worst team, which was Rio. Of course, I was on that, so I would know that. But anyways, besides that, we season 3 Hyperflex, the only notably team we beat consistently is the worst team SBC. We're going up against OTW, who had a very up season after having a really rough start. Flat Chat season 2, really rough start, but ended up having a considerably good season after that. And now we have, when it comes to playoffs, Flat Chat lost to Hyperflex first round, and we're Hyperflex, and it's OTW. So it's obviously the patterns are lining up to where it's clearly gonna happen. But yeah, totally.
Okay, and Phantom, I wanted you to go last because I want you to not only to defend yourself because you're going up against Hyperflex, one of the worst teams in the league. So a lot of people are also hoping for the upset, but I know there's a fair amount of people who are just like, OTW's gonna roll. So really, what is your opinion?
First of all, this is all scripted.
Can confirm.
Oh yeah, it's completely scripted. But no, I haven't played Hyperflex in a while, but I hope it'll be a good match. I think sorry, I just had a brain fart. What's the question?
It's basically, it's what's your feelings going up against Hyperflex, because this team is being, they're going to be hyped up more. They're going to be predicted. They may not be predicted to win to most people, but I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who love the Cinderella story. They want them to win, and also win.
Yeah. Or I feel like you could consider us a bit of a Cinderella story. Juicebox called us clutch, which I really appreciate, and I find somewhat ironic since we've lost every single map 5 or 6. But thank you for
Sorry.
that. No, yeah, we're like the 4th seed, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know. On paper,
You just have that trust in your team?
Yeah, I trust my team, and Eagle has expressed very much that he will kill us if we lose to Hyperflex again.
Oh,
No, he will lose his mind if he loses to Hyperflex again. So we're trying not to.
Yeah, if I'm probably Eagle's gonna be whipping you guys into shape. That is my bet. And if you guys do lose, I'm going to Eagle first. I'm asking for an interview.
When you
you lose to Hyperflex twice.
Didn't you guys win against Hyperflex back like in the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when it comes to the analysis in the community, there is a higher prediction rate going into OTW. Everyone thinks OTW is gonna win, but yeah, fingers crossed for both Hyperflex and OTW, because I like both teams. I've rooted for OTW way more than I've ever rooted for Hyperflex. I've been a lot more critical, but I'm going for the story arc when it comes to Eagle.
Alright.
Yeah, and without really anything much to say, I want to thank everyone for being here on Countdown and watching. Make sure you check out the games, because both these games are going to be incredibly close in my prediction and everyone else's, and all we can really do is wish best of luck, so thank you for watching.
What's happening, members of League Zero? I'm your host, Grape, and welcome back to the quarterfinals edition of the Intermediate Countdown. I'm here with a few of my returning guests here. Say your name.
Hey, I'm Shinx, and I play for Capitalism, play DPS.
Hello, I am Phone. I'm a Flex DPS player for Mob Mentality. Phone for MVP. There you go.
Hello, I'm Wana. I am the manager for MI6.
Yeah, guys, so we have 3 returning guests here today. I, of course, brought Phone onto the show because he is on that #1 place team, so I do also want to ask him some questions about where the team stand. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first game of the week we had was Capitalism versus MI6, and Capitalism, of course, took the 3-0 dub. Of course, we have both Capitalism and MI6 representative here, so I want to first ask you, Shinx, what were your expectations coming to this game, and what was the cutting edge factor and what allowed you guys to get that dominant win over MI6?
I mean, it was pretty dominant. There was no cutting edge, right?
Yeah.
We were just the better team or whatever, but I mean, what we did to go into there, not really much. Like, the game against Guangzhou was unfortunate, right? But that was our new roster, so we just needed time to mesh with them. And then once we did, we got the results we expected.
Alright, fair. So do you believe MI6 surpassed or underwhelmed your expectations, considering just their season in general?
They did better than I thought they would, for sure. Usually, well, I don't want to leak scrims, but usually they didn't play, like, they were obviously trying a lot harder than they usually do, from what I could tell.
That's good to hear. Juan, of course, you are the manager of MI6, so I want to ask you, what went wrong in this game?
You know, I think that we've had a couple of internal issues, and we've gotten unlucky in a lot of ways in terms of who we have available for us and who we have that can play. I think in the Capitalism game, correct me if I'm wrong, T-Sen was not playing and had a power outage. And so we didn't have our starting DPS there for that game. And so, you know, obviously you got to play each game, you know, regardless of circumstances. And so, you know, ultimately, I think that we were not at full strength, but we did our best, and you know, we're working hard towards the playoffs now.
Definitely. What do you believe this gave? Did you feel like Capitalism just had the edge in this game, or did you feel like it was more on your part and how you guys played?
I think Capitalism is a mid-tier team. I think they can beat a lot of teams, and they have beat a lot of teams in Inter. I think that this was a winnable game for us, and obviously I'm disappointed that we didn't win this game. But I put the onus on us. We can't control what capitalism does. We have to be ready, and we have to be prepared to play each and every map and succeed in each and every map.
Fair. Phone, from a spectator's perspective, what were your thoughts on this game?
It's appeared throughout most of the season that it's T-Sen or not the T-Sen. And I know some people might get, what's the term? Like, T-Sen is the backbone of this team, in my opinion. And when he's in, MI6 has a much higher chance of winning. If he would have been here against Cap, I don't know if MI6 could have flipped it to a win, but it definitely would have been closer. I could have seen it going 3-1 or 3-2, definitely. But yeah, capitalism just kind of out-mechanicked them.
In all fairness, I do agree with you that I do feel like T-Sen is the backbone. Also, you have to give some praise to the capitalism. They've been performing really well these last few weeks of the season, and they have broken a lot of our expectations. They came to this league not with the highest expectation, but they ended up beating a lot of high-tier teams. So I do want to give a quick shout out to capitalism for how they were able to turn their season around near the end.
And it was a good it was a good 3-0, showing that this roster still has
life in them.
Yeah, life, and especially after some questionable trades of Great Cub and Rockcrafts that I definitely did not see coming.
They might have been questionable to you guys, that's for sure. But
definitely. We go ahead.
Yeah, so moving on from that, the player of the match was the Gamester, and the honorable mention was Shinx. Congratulations, Shinx and the Gamester. And you guys played outstanding. Moving on to the next game of the week, though, we had a Double Cap versus Obligation, and I think not to a lot of people's surprise, Double Cap ended up taking the 3-0 win. We of course do not have any representatives here, but first I want to ask you, Shinx, what were your thoughts on this game as a whole?
I'll be honest, I missed it. But I was kind of expecting this result. I don't pay attention to a lot of Obligation games, but I heard that they were getting better. But I didn't really expect them to beat Double Cap. So I don't really know. I can't really comment too much on it.
So before I ask Phone and Wanda for their opinion, I just want to say this game was super important for DC, because if they got a 3-0 victory and Guangzhou Gangsters lost 3-1, which ended up happening, they would be able to take that number 2 spot, and somehow DC was able to pull it out. Even through having a rough couple of weeks, they actually ended up getting a win streak near the end. They ended up taking that number 2 seed based off this game. So Phone, what were your thoughts on this game?
I think this game, it was kind of a proving ground for obviously, DC was the favorite going in. This is kind of expected. And it was an opportunity to Obligation to show that they could compete at the top. Didn't really happen because it was a 3-0. And I guess we're just going to see in playoffs if Obligation, or I guess anyone that is in the wild card round or the first round of playoffs that didn't get the bye is able to step up to compete with Double Cap and MM.
That's fair. What were your thoughts on this game?
I think that DC and Obligation, in my mind, are very similar teams and had very similar draft strategies, but diverged because of those draft strategies. Where Obligation's DPS I rate very highly. I think that they're a good DPS line, and DC's tank line I also rate very highly. And I think it just shows how important it is to have solid tanks, because I think that DC wins a lot of games by tank diffing their opponent. I think that it was a wise choice from Fimi to make Tyler his captain, to initially invest in Kate, who is now on capitalism, I should say, and then pick up Navino, who's another very good tank player. I'm interested to see how they perform come playoffs. I think that their style of trying to tank diff will not work against a team maybe like Guangzhou or Mob, for that matter, just because I rate their tanks very highly as well, and I think that they will go toe-to-toe with the DC tanks.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to DC because they ended up dropping Katie and picking him Navino, which I feel like was a really good move on their part. They started to realize that they couldn't just rely on Katie for the hard carries like how they did in the first 3 weeks. And once they kind of got Navina, they played around more team-centric compositions, relying more on teamwork and coordination. And the results show, because they did end up, if I'm not wrong, they won their last 3 games pretty dominantly. So yeah, it's really good on their part. Anyone else have anything to say about this game? Okay then.
Not really.
The player of the match for this game was Madsen, and the honor mentions were Tyler and Repeat. Congratulations to all three of you guys. You guys played outstanding. The next game of the week, I don't even want to, like, there's barely anything to talk about here. The bench versus Content Credence. Bench ended up winning 3-0. Content Credence apparently didn't even have enough players, so they had to forfeit, from what I heard.
That was pretty, yeah.
And
I mean, they played it out, but it was a 5v6.
And I guess the bench won.
Good for them.
They won 3-0, man. They somehow got a win from God's goodwill, so congratulations to you guys.
It was the meme game that happens at the end of every season. There's just like the bottom two teams somehow find their way to face each other when it doesn't really matter at all, but this happened.
But I guess we can move on then. The player of the match was Silvertails. Honor mention was C-Team. Congratulations, I guess.
I do want to mention before we move on, I think that this game shows something very interesting to me, and that I think that having a good manager and having a manager that's competent are really integral to the success of a team, whereas Penguin, I think, Penguin, in my opinion, took a pretty good roster and basically had it implode on him. And Adable, the manager of the bench, took a pretty poor roster, in my opinion. And I think that even in some ways, you could say that this roster overachieved in some ways in getting even a single win. And I think that's a really important point to make.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. I just... Bench was bad. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I remember I had what's his name? I had their manager on the very... No, it wasn't the manager. I had Panera Panini, very first week. They lost 3-0, and Panera Panini told me, like, he's gonna stop tilting, he's gonna work harder, and eventually gonna get wins. And I kept...
I remember that.
I remember sitting there, and, like, every single week goes by, it's 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. It just kind of hits different, you know? But anyways, yeah, unfortunately, neither of these teams will be making the playoffs, unfortunately. But congratulations to you guys. You guys.
Can I make a shout out?
Yeah, make a shout out. Go ahead.
Shout out to Steady State for being the only player on either of these teams to get nominated for an award / Roll Star. Congrats.
Okay, congrats. But going on to the last week of the game, which was supposed to be the game of the week, and was considered to be the game of the week by many people, we had Mob Mentality versus Guangzhou Gangsters, and Mob Mentality was able to finish out the perfect season. Wait.
No.
Oh, no, they didn't. They lost versus capitalism. They lost versus capitalism. They were able to go 9-1 this season, beating Guangzhou Gangsters 3-1.
9-1.
9-1, yeah. He's predicting the playoffs already.
Wait. Oh shit, forgot. I can't even swear. Goddamn. Anyways, yeah. Whatever. Is it 6-1? Something like that.
6-1.
Yeah, 6-1. Congrats. Anyways, yeah. So, phone your reports were in this game. How much did you guys prepare against a really good Guangzhou Gangsters team, and what do you believe gave you the edge in this game?
If I remember correctly, because it was 2 weeks ago, we had Silent Sword in for this game because Red Knight was unable to make it, and we 3-1 Guangzhou. We basically, after our loss against Capitalism, even during the bye week and up until the game against Capitalism, we were basically trying to prepare for the Guangzhou game, because our thought process was Cap easy game, bench easy game, and after the Cap loss, we were like, no, we're not, no longer doing that, looking weeks in advance. So we just took it week by week, and then right after the bench game happened, we just gave Silent all the scrim time because obviously Red couldn't make the game, and we just kind of played comps that fit his style, worked with him, and got a game plan that helped Silent while also restricting Guangzhou from being able to do what they like to do. And that is basically pocket Rye or pocket a DPS.
Yeah, fair. Shinx and Wanda, what were your guys' thoughts on this game?
Well, I thought that Guangzhou had this one opportunity to win. They missed it, right? Because Red Knight wasn't playing. No hate on Silent, but Red Knight is the starter, so it's kind of telling that if they weren't able to beat them then, it's kind of like, I don't know, it gives me some doubts. I still think they'll probably beat MI6. We'll get to that, but like later on, like after the quarterfinals, it's pretty hard for me to see them like doing well.
That's fair.
I think, and I want to give a lot of credit to Mob Mentality and to Maverick specifically. It's impressive to me that you are able to have a backup main tank essentially come in and play about as well as their starting main tank. And not every team in this league has a backup that would perform on the level that the starter would. So just kudos to them for scouting and doing their work. Because this was a losable game, I think, for Mob Mentality. Just based on Guangzhou's a really good team, and Red Knight was sitting out this one. I'm sure it's tough for Guangzhou to let this opportunity slide by, but all the credit in the world to Mob Mentality for pulling out this win.
Yeah, definitely. I've been on Mob Mentality as a coach, kind of on and off, and like you can just tell these boys are super motivated. They're really hard-working individuals, and they don't really take losing as an answer sometimes. I remember after the Capitals game, they were like, instead of being down, they just kept pushing themselves to get better and better. And I think that is why this team, like I remember like I was in the VC some of the times with like Phone and Red Knight, and like they were so motivated every single scrim just to get better. And throughout this whole season, they haven't had a single like active coach. And somehow they're this good.
Red Knight is our coach, straight up. Red Knight's our coach.
Yeah. Pretty much. But like, yeah, it just comes to show like how when you just bring a group of friends that have such a deep bond and connection, they can actually perform really, really well just based off motivation skill alone. But yeah, I really don't think there's anything else to play. I think Guangzhou Gangster had the opportunity to come out and perform. Like Red Knight was out of the rotation here. I know Silent Sword, his flexibility isn't as great as Red Knight, so there was an opening there. But I just feel like Mob Mentality just had the coordination down. They had the confidence down, and I just feel like this was the Mob Mentality show from start to finish. But yeah, if anyone else doesn't have anything to add, then you can go into the player of the match, who was given to Tree Donger, and the honorable mentions were for both Phone and Quirt. So congratulations to you guys. And now we are off to the most important part of the show, the predictions. Of course, this is the first round of the quarterfinals, so only 4 teams will be playing. The first game of the week we have is going to be Guangzhou Gangsters versus MI6. Everyone here, of course, has Guangzhou strings. I don't know who you have winning, but I assume it's Guangzhou Gangsters. And
yeah, 3-0.
Of course, we have an MI6 representative here with Wana. So MI6, Wana, I want to ask you, how are you prepping for a strong Guangzhou Gangsters team? And what will your team? How are you guys prepping for this team? And what are your expectations versus them?
If you're talking, you're not talking.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, I mean we are prepping. We're doing our normal prep that we do every week. I think people have to remember we beat Guangzhou Gangsters early in the season. We have already beaten them.
When? Wait, when was that? I don't remember that.
I think
Early in the season. No, it was like week 2 or 3, I think.
It was week, I believe, looking at the schedule, it was week 2. It was a 3-2 in your favor. It came down to last fight, I remember it.
Yeah, we've already beat this team. So we're continuing to prep, we're continuing to work. We think that this game is very winnable for us. Obviously, Guangzhou Gangsters is a good team, but we're going to continue to work hard and continue to prep. I obviously, my goal as a manager is we want to win. We want to win League 0, but I also want to make sure my guys are taken care of and my guys are able to grow and develop as players. And so I just want to say, if this is the last week for MI6, which it might be, might not be, I am incredibly proud of my players. It's been such a pleasure to work with each and every one of them, and I think that they're all very good players, and I think that no matter what the outcome is, they're going to have a future career in this game, and they can, if the sky's the limit for them.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Bone and Shinx, I want to ask you, why do you guys think Guangzhou Gangsters has the edge in this game?
I don't know. Guangzhou, pretty good team. Not the best team. It's just that, like, from playing against both of them, it just seems like Guangzhou has, like, a better understanding of the meta and maybe are a little mechanically better. This could change. It's definitely possible for MI6 to win, because Guangzhou at the same time has a lot of flaws. But to me, it's whether or not MI6 can even like recognize some of the flaws that they make in game and then capitalize on them.
Fair for fair. Phone, you have anything to say?
Out of all the wildcard teams, Guangzhou is the best going into it, and I still believe they are the best out of the wildcard teams. So it's just, I think that it's just a fact of if they can perform and just make it, hopefully, for them, a deep run in playoffs.
I have to agree with Fonier. They were one map off from getting that second seed, and I just feel like they're just better. They're just one of the better teams. They had a close game with Mob, although Mob was kind of on top in that game, but they've won a lot of their games, and they're a very good team. And I really like Haptic as a manager, and I feel like his coaching staff and himself will be able to lead this team to victory in a pretty dominant fashion. Do you guys have anything else to add about this game?
Not really.
Alright, perfect. Then we go on to the last week of this weekend's quarterfinals, where we have Capitalism versus Obligation. Of course, all of us think Obligation will win, with Wana having a 3-1 victory for Obligation, whereas me and Phone have 3-2. And of course, we have Shinx, who is a representative for Capitalism. So Shinx, I want to ask you, coming off a win against MI6, how are you going to keep this momentum in coming into your guys' game?
We're gonna keep doing the exact same thing we've been doing. We've beaten Obligation before. I'm pretty confident we can do it again. Like whether or not that ends up being the case, I don't know, right? We have to play the game and find out. But I'm pretty confident. But I would like to know, what do you guys think we'll lose?
Well, the only if you guys don't mind, I'll talk first here. But the only reason why I have Obligation winning is because it's double shield meta, and Ben is literally a sniper one trick. Alright, the only reason why. I think if they play around their DPS properly, have supports that can pocket them when need be, if they play around that specifically, they have a good chance of winning.
That was good. You stole the words right out of my mouth. I think that this meta that we've changed into now from the start of the season, which is more double shield, if you can put Squirrel Ben on Hanzo, I think that he's going to do work. And I think that I'm interested to see, and I obviously we know leaks, we don't know what Capitalism is going to play. I'm interested to see if Capitalism is going to try to mirror it. And we know Kate as a really good Zarya, but how is their Sigma? Is I think the big question.
We played with Kate. You can watch the VOD, right?
Wait, pardon?
You can watch the VOD. We've played with Kate. If you want to see how it's
the last two games have been with Kate.
Yeah.
Sure, but how is their Sigma compared to their Zarya, and how is that going to stand up against top-level competition, is my question.
Exactly, yeah.
I guess that depends on whether or not you think Pichu is better than Kate.
That's a very good question, because Pichu, we obviously know, is a very good D.Va player, and probably best known for their D.Va. How is Pichu's Sigma? I think that it really, we'll have to see. I think that the team with the better off-tank is going to win this match.
So you agree with me? Capitalism is going to win. Awesome. I'm glad we were able to come to a consensus.
Kate is better than Pichu.
I think this game just goes down to DPS.
What says that it's law?
I feel like Squirrel Ben is insane. He's a genuinely good DPS player. It's just that the meta hasn't really favored him lately. But now that it does, I feel like he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I'm scared. Phone, what about you? What are your thoughts on this game?
It'll be close. Or unless like Capitalism just rolls, to be honest. Like I don't think that. I think if Obligation wins, it's gonna be close. But if Capitalism wins, if they get the momentum, they're just gonna roll. If Capitalism wins like the first two maps, I don't see Obligation making any sort of a comeback. I think that if Cap can get the momentum, they'll just easily roll to a 3-0. But I do most likely it being a grinded out series between these two teams, and I think that at the end, Obligation will probably win out. Although, one fact that is that Capitalism is 2-1 in Map 5 this season. So
we've only lost to content.
I will say
that's a yikes. That's a yikes.
But it is content.
I will say if you told me it was going to be a 3-1 in the favor of capitalism, I would also very well believe that. I think that one of these teams is going to mark themselves as clearly better. And right now, in my head, I think that would probably, my guess would be Obligation, but I'm not 100% on that. I think that it's going to be
a very close game.
Yeah.
I think if obviously just hypothetical, if the Rhine buffs went through for this game, which are obviously not good, it's tomorrow, so the experimental buffs.
Probably not.
Then I think that it would just be a roll for Obligation because Elysius Rhine is very good, in my opinion. But I think that in this meta where it's like you can play the ball, Sig, Hog, whatever comps, or you can play double shield, or you can still play Shadow Dive. Like it's just being able to counterpick or being very good at one comp where the other team cannot contest you in it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I'm just interested to see if either team can do that. Like, because I think that if one team can't counterpick or tries to, or like in Scram they try to play too many comps. Like they try out the ball, the double shield, the hog comps, the double bubble, shout out. If they're trying out too many comps, they're not going to get good at one comp, in my opinion. Which I think is one thing that may hurt some of these teams that are trying to practice all these different comps instead of trying to practice what is the best comp currently, which I don't know.
I
a lot of things.
I think we got a lot of different opinions here. Anyone else have any final remarks?
Yeah, I just want to comment on the Squirrel Ben thing. I don't think Squirrel Ben is as good as Gamester. Not even close. Pretty sure Gamester's gonna shit on him.
I have played with both of them. Squirrel Ben is better.
I mean, you can make that claim.
They are neighbors,
though, right? Like, I mean, I've seen Gamester play against Squirrel Ben, right? They're also IRL friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gamester has an edge. I mean, you guys can say what you will, but obviously I'm not going to.
I think Gamester has an edge in flexibility. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I will say that. But when it comes to this double shield meta, which is so much poke and shit, which is so annoying to play against, I just think Ben just has that edge in snipers. I don't think Squirrel Ben. I don't even think Gamester has a chance on like the Widow, Hanzo, hitscan characters at all. That's my opinion.
If they force Ash, and I think that Gamester has a chance. But I think on the other hit scans, including Hanzo, I think Scrubben just wins over Gamester in that.
I think that, like Grape and Phone were saying, they have... Actually, I wouldn't even class them in the same role. I think that Squirrel Ben is more of a sniper specialist, and Gamester is more of a pure hit scan, where it's like, you saw this in the regular season. Squirrel Ben doesn't have a Sombra, and Gamester does, which benefited them in the regular season. I think going to the Hanzo matchup, Squirrel Ben has the edge, but if you go to a more like if Gamester were to pick McCree or Ash, I could see that Gamester could outduel his counterpart in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
You also have to remember that Gamester isn't exactly going to be going into a 1v1 arena versus Squirrel Ben. There's going to be 11 other players, 10 other players, I'm dumb, I don't know math. 10 other players in the server. They're going to be helping, 5 of them are going to be helping Squirrel Ben, 5 of them are going to be helping Gamester. Right? It's not only about who can click the heads better, it's about positioning, it's about map knowledge, it's about game awareness, and I think Gamester has the edge in all those regards.
Fair. But I think we can end it off there. I think we got a lot of different opinions on these games, and they're
no
really
award
close.
section. We don't get to talk about the awards. Unlucky.
No. See, Phone, like, why? Okay, you know what, guys? Vote Phone for MVP, alright?
Easy.
There we go, free advertisement.
Even though the voting's already closed.
Oh, didn't. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching this week's edition of the Intermediate Countdown. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and be sure to tune in next week for the semifinals edition. Alright, for now, take care, guys.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Countdown. It's been 2 weeks, I believe, since our last episode, and a lot has happened. Obviously Thanksgiving. But yeah, we are going to cover our quarterfinal games today. And the games from 2 weeks ago, which I barely remember, and some of the VODs for those games were lost to time, so I don't think anyone really remembers them. But today I have with me Zach, the Novice division coordinator, Septonum, who is on Overcharged, and Reborn. But we'll go ahead and start with the first game, which was Tokyo Drifters against Hangzhou Bark. Tokyo won this 3-2. The player of the match was Asajun, and the honorable mention was Ranter. This game was really close, actually, probably down to the last map. Well, obviously down to the last map, but it could have gone either way, basically, for every map, from what I remember. Hangzhou looked the best they have all season, and I know I have been constantly talking bad about them, about their tanks, about their supports, but I will say they looked very good to well, during that game, which was 2 weeks ago. Does anyone have anything to say? Yeah, there we go.
Without the VODs, we can't really, like, you know, see what actually happened during the match. And I've heard that Bark did play really well, but I want to play devil's advocate real quick. What if this is the fall of Tokyo? As the former player of Tokyo, I know there's some, like, you know, inter-drama in the team, and I'm pretty sure you know that too, RMM, right? Occasionally there is inter-drama between the team, right?
Are you trying to take them down?
Yes, I am. Because I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. They're my former team, I hate them.
The VOD wasn't uploaded, but we can make some guesses about what happened that game. So I'm just gonna say when Asajun got like that 6K on Reaper on, what was it? Paris. Yeah, when he got the 6K on Reaper on Paris, that was pretty nuts.
Paris isn't in the map pool.
Well, I'm just guessing.
You don't know that.
I'm guessing because the VOD wasn't uploaded.
Okay, fair enough.
You don't. You never know. Wild game that it's a wild game that happened in my head.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the question here. Is like, is this just the Drift being the Drift and going 3-2 against Powerhouse like they did in Week 7? Is this them pushing back and getting more into form, or is this indeed them slowly trending downwards?
Low key, I think Virgo might have won that game, to be honest, against Tokyo. But
if we're being real, I think that Tokyo probably just misstepped on a few maps. I don't think it's their downfall.
Probably.
Alrighty. Well, since that VOD is lost to time, we'll never know. But the next game is Epizeuxis against Overcharge. Overcharge actually, I believe, pulling off what is considered the upset here, winning 3-0. The player of the match is Ice, and the honorable mentions is Sev and Sakatar.
Sub team.
Yeah. I watched this game briefly before we started, and Overcharge just looked better every way. Their double shield looked a lot more complete than Epizeuxis. I'm willing to bet mainly because Soundwave is probably better on Orisa than Addix, who's traditionally more known.
It was not an MTD. It was not an MTD. It wasn't, no.
What was it?
Well, for the first two maps, I want to thank Sermi for giving us those maps, but, you know. I'm allowed to say that because he's banned. And then the last map was just kinda... SBT was, like, out of position 24/7.
Yeah, I was...
tied every fight.
I was willing to bet that running double main support wasn't gonna go in favor of Epizeuxis very well.
Yeah,
I know.
I don't think that
SBT's more of a brick player than a bat player, so
I don't think that they like practiced at all with Sam at all, because when he was in, they looked kind of worse. And yeah, they just kind of didn't look at Ice. And then Ice, as I taught, I gave him a Kovacs routine to play, and so yeah.
Can you give me a Kovacs routine? I need to improve my aim.
I can't smile.
No, I'm not gonna take it from a 3100 player.
Okay.
I'm already at US on. It's okay, Reborn. I'm joking.
That was just uncalled for.
Yeah, that was really mean. I'm sorry, Reborn.
Yeah, we just kind of found our style to play double shield. Mostly thanks to actually Thumper.
Oh.
Thumper helped us a lot. Like, I don't think we would have won that game without Thumper. If I'm being real.
Thumper coming in clutch, I see.
No, seriously, because he's like, okay, keep in mind that people are shitters at this rank, so don't be afraid to just kind of play stupid. And we're like, oh, we never thought about it like that. And then the entire week, he was like, hey, don't be stupid, please. And then we're just like, oh. And then we just kind of got good because of it. Like, he helped us a lot.
So what you're saying is you went crazy, went stupid.
Yes. But yeah, Thumper helped us so much that week. It's crazy. Like he, what you call it? Because he's a collegiate coach. So he's like, he came in and he's like, we'll water view. So we water viewed. He's like, you can just kind of do this. We're like, oh my god. And then we won. So, yeah.
OC's actually looking pretty scary now because just the week before, we beat you guys, right? 3-0,
Yeah, we did.
nothing, no one,
It wasn't
batted an eye about
particularly
it.
close either.
And then
You guys kind of owned.
next week, right, against Epi, completely different game. I just don't know what happens. Like, you guys just took some Adderall pills and then popped the fuck off. Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah,
Once we actually, sorry.
I, for one, am very surprised that it was a 3-0, considering even now Epizeuxis is the second seed and was looking very favored, and for them to not even take a map is surprising.
Once we got, like, Thumper is obviously a really good coach, so once we got some really, really good coaching, we got, one of our members, who I will not say the name of, Muhaha, started shot calling and fight planning pretty decently. And then we actually had a comm structure, so those things helped us pop off, basically. Like, we have a comm structure now, because someone on our team fight plans really well, and then we had coaching, and then we're just kind of... And we had the talent all along, in my opinion. We just never could put it together.
Yeah, that's been the common, I guess, reason that most people agree that Overcharge hasn't been really top tier this season is just because they haven't put together what talent they have. Obviously, after the draft, everyone was saying that Overcharge was the best team just based off of the draft, and I think it's better to put it together now than not at all. So they could probably make a pretty good run in the playoffs. I would be afraid if I was Tokyo and Epizeuxis. Obviously, I'm pretty sure if Overcharge does win their game against Kingdom Come, which we'll get into, I think they will probably win their next game. But yeah, we'll move on to our next game, which was Vertigo against Kingdom Come. Kingdom Come winning 3-0. Raging Cool was the player of the match, and Ant was the honorable mention. Kingdom Come once again really, really looked good. This is the last game of Vertigo for this season. Yeah,
They did go out well. Even if they didn't take a map, they did go out well.
Pain and misery.
Pain and
Not
misery.
gonna lie, I kind of feel bad about this one because they were starting Cannon on off tank, and then Cannon randomly DCs in the middle of first map.
Yep.
So they had to play Monty instead, and if I recall, Monty does not scrim with Vertigo.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, what can you do about that? So
Yeah,
it's kinda
I
whatever.
think Cannon is really good. I think he probably would have helped him take a map off of them if he was there.
Cannon is really good.
But it's a shame. Pain and Misery will probably be the name of their season in review. Speaking of season in reviews, where are the ones from last season? I'm looking for them. I am humbly asking.
As far as I'm aware, the only one that actually Akron managed to get a couple of them out, but not all of them.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
that makes me
I'll
sad.
ping Mentos for this.
I want to see
At Mentos.
Powerhouse season in review.
Where
Or was that
are
one of
those?
Acri is only one person, so
Acri,
hey,
Acri
speaking
is
of,
Acri is a god though. He's efficient. I will
You
give
guys-
him credit.
You guys can ask Mentos in general where they are, probably.
so hey, speaking of, if you're interested in actually fully helping on a season review, which would be editing, not beyond just script writing, editing, or voicing over, or those type of things, be on the lookout. There should be signups for that type of stuff coming in soon.
Yeah, I know last season a lot of people signed up and didn't do jack shit the whole time, and I'm like, what are they doing here? What's the plan?
I'll say the
What's
current
the
plan.
deal?
The current plan is Acri will give you the structure, and you can make it yourself. So if you
Yeah.
want to see a season review, it's on your shoulders.
Yeah, basically. I'm not a script writer myself, so I couldn't really do that. I would only do voiceover, which I offered to do. But either way, our last game of the last week of the regular season is Platchet against Powerhouse. Powerhouse actually won this one, 3-2. The player of the match was Lilac, and the honorable mention was Lighthouse. I'd have to check, but I believe this was Powerhouse's second win.
This was indeed Powerhouse's second win, but it does amusingly leave Powerhouse with a better map differential than Platchat, who are ahead of them in the standings. But
yeah, definitely weird that Platchat is third to last. I didn't
Can we talk about
honestly see that
Platchat?
coming.
Can we talk about Platchat?
Sure, go ahead.
Platchat.
Good
Go
one,
on.
Sev. Good one.
Go on. I'm not
Yeah,
no,
You're real funny, Sev.
I'm not joking, man. I don't know. Platchat just kind of, I don't know, have a case of bad. Like, I don't know what happened. They didn't really do anything to the roster. They were good in the previous meta, like the Rush, and then they just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, I think the biggest contributing factor to their, I guess, I don't want to say downfall, but
they lost to Vertigo, so
yeah, would the word be depreciation of their skill levels was probably due to the meta shift. Gil, as I've said previously, is not an Orisa player. He's mainly a Rhine player. In fact, I think his Rhine is one of the better ones in the league. Yeah, I just don't think it worked. Also, I forgot to mention this in the Kingdom Come game, about the Kingdom Come game. Their pickups, Speedy Men's and JCK, looked phenomenal. Those were really, really smart pickups. Look way better than who they're running. What does is Speedy Men's the main support? Or is that JCK? I'm pretty sure.
Speedy Men's the main support.
Speedy Men's looks miles above. Who's Kingdom Come been playing? I forgot. Was it Slimal or
Before
was it?
it was Slime. It was Slimal Lechuga or Pixel Lechuga.
Yeah.
Hence why having a more dedicated
he
main
looks better
support
than Slimal and
is better.
Lechuga. It's not even close. JC, I forgot what JCK plays. Does he play off tank?
Off tank.
Yeah. JCK looked good. Yeah, his off tank's really good.
His Sigma is really good.
Yeah, the off tank position has probably been the one that Kingdom Come has been lacking in the most this season, other than maybe main support, and DPS are mediocre. But they're very consistent, so I wouldn't say DPS. But off tank has been probably their biggest problem this season, and he filled that role really, really well. Right now, Kingdom Come just doesn't look like they have a lot of weaknesses. But I will say, Powerhouse look good. It's a shame they didn't make playoffs. I think they're more deserving of playoffs than a couple of the teams. I'm not going to say who specifically, but
Sam.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
No, I'm not. But
so scared for what reason?
Because people already yell at me enough about Countdown, so I don't.
I'm gonna yell at you for not saying
man. What about it?
But
it's just a show. It's just a show.
I'm ghost pinging you.
Yeah.
Not in League 0. But in
Not for real. That's just real mature stuff.
Wow. All right. But Kingdom or not Powerhouse looked very good. Just a shame. Lighthouse. I forgot what was his name? Steak or something? Or Gassed? Was it Gassed? I think Steak's on Vertigo.
Steak's on Vertigo.
Yeah, I meant Gassed. Gassed looked good. Aqua's really underrated in my opinion. I think he's one of the main reasons they've been successful, just generally because of his ball play. He does play with balls pretty well.
Nice one.
Yeah, I don't know. Platchet just got out-meted, I guess. Hopefully whoever coaches them, if they have any coaches at all, can probably teach them how to play double shield. Hell, I could teach them how to play double shield. I've done it before. I have done it before.
And do it.
No, I'm not coaching another team.
Well, yeah, they'll certainly need coaching in double shield with their opponent.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. With that, let's move on to predictions. Woo! Alrighty, our first game is
clapping.
Hangzhou Bark against Platchat.
Sorry.
I predicted Hangzhou Bark will win this 3-2. Reborn, Sev, and Zach all predicted 3-1. 3-1 to Hangzhou Bark. 63% of our analysts and 55% of the community pick Hangzhou Bark. So, Hangzhou, the heavy favorites going into this. As we just mentioned, Platchat not too good at double shield. I feel like just Hangzhou wins this based off of how they've been playing in the past couple of weeks, and how Platchat has been playing worse. It is what it is. I think it'll be close. But
I honestly don't. I think Platchat gets control and then they lose.
Yeah.
Honestly,
because control you can't really play double shield as effectively on. So there, Platchat is able to flex a little bit more, get around the shields, but once it comes to attack defense type game modes, Platchat just loses steadily.
I think even then they could try to even if they may take 2 maps, and not just because they could also pick like King's Row and just force brawl. Like I think if they are able to just force brawl, they can take a map. Yeah. Because Platchat's very good at brawl, but not much else.
I still have my hopes up for them in that, in that scenario. But like, I just don't think Platchat has the team for competitions. They did pick up Giz like a while ago, but I'm honestly not sure how much that changes, things in that team.
I don't know. Giz is really good though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
I did fail to mention that Tokyo and Epizeuxis both have the week or the bye. But
Indeed.
I will say for Epizeuxis, losing Sermi is a very, very big blow to them, and I will say, just for the next round, whoever plays them will probably win.
Band player, man.
Yeah.
4's not bad though. 4's really good.
4's really good, but I feel like Sermi
basically constructed the team. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Sermi basically constructed the team, yeah, but he also, to my knowledge, he also kind of hard molded every game. So I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think that they have a good chance. Honestly, maybe a bit of a hot take. I think they have this equal chances or better with 4. Just like Sermi's very good, obviously. I just don't think him and Noi were good together, or him and Sam were pretty good together. But Noi's, I don't know. I'd
we'll
start
have to see.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I would start Noi on that team.
On to our last game of the quarterfinals, which is the second one. Kingdom Come against Overcharge. I predict Overcharge winning this 3-1, and Zach predicts Kingdom Come winning 3-2. Reborn and Sev cannot have a vote on this since they are both players for Overcharge and Kingdom Come respectively. 67% of our analysts predict Overcharge, and 59% of the community predict Kingdom Come. Also, I still don't know where you vote on that. The community vote? I don't know where that is. Yeah, but I think it'll be closer than 3-1, but I just want to say it's 3-1 Overcharge, just generally because Overcharge played way better last week than I think Kingdom Come did. Overcharge 3-0, arguably the second best team, and Kingdom Come 3-0, arguably the second worst team. So I think that gap there in the teams they played, I feel like Overcharge is just better.
Yeah, you wanna flip a coin for the game?
Sure, man.
Deal into it. Okay, heads or tails?
Heads.
Best 2 out of 3.
Okay, heads again.
What were the results? He muted. I think it got heads again. Okay, well.
That's 3 out of 5, I guess. Anyway.
Well.
Yeah,
Interesting. Very interesting. But anyways, anything that happens in this match, I just feel like this match is going to be really good, and no matter the outcome, it's just going to be, like, good plays from both sides of each team.
Yeah.
I really do think, while I think Overcharge will put up a fight, I think Kingdom Come has the greater drive to make it deeper into playoffs and not be knocked out in the first round.
Well,
Honestly, I think it just depends on like how we play our compositions and how we play like individually. To be honest, because everyone individually has their own like perks, but they also have their own cracks, and depends like which team exploits them more. I think.
yeah. Well, I think that's it. Those are our 2 games, so this will be a little bit of a shorter one. But Sev, Reborn, do you have anything to say? I mean, Zach, you might have something to say, but I don't really think you have anyone to talk shit to.
Can I talk shit to people on my own team?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, hang on, let me open up a server. Ravioli, Ice, Streel, who else?
Hate Streel. I hate
Central,
Streel.
That's all. That's what I'll be doing.
Alrighty,
You should have said more about Streel, man.
I love Streel.
I hate him. I hate him.
Why?
He's a Lucio one trick.
Okay.
That's racist.
Why is this an issue?
That's racist.
Because he fathered Painless and Tunic.
Oh, no way.
So the truth comes out.
The truth comes out. Okay. Guess we're
I've
turning
been
into
saying this
like.
for years, man.
Guess we're turning into like the Murray Show or whatever. It's great.
With Streel.
Shield
That'd
is
be
the
terrible.
father.
That would be terrible. I'd watch that episode though.
Yeah. But yeah, Zach, do you have anything to say before we end?
No, I think we're all good and wrapped up here.
Okay. Sev, Reborn, Zach, thank you, and we'll be back next week. Woo.
Hello everybody, welcome to the quarterfinal countdown. My name is
Corner.
Peter Scooter. I am joined here with Adbon, Infected,
Hi.
and Bakanje.
Sup, vote Joshua for Mint and Grow Star.
Alright, let's move on to the first game, which actually includes Joshua. It's the San Francisco Glock versus Chengdu Chads. Glock won 3-2, and player of the match was Nova, and the honorable mention was Pascal. So from what I saw from this game, it was very, very close. And yeah, do you guys have anything else?
Joshua, my boy. He kind of in some ball. Or I think his ball is better, but his ball was not that inspirational back in the day.
Wait. I forget. Did they play, like, more double shield?
I don't know. I just know Joshua's ball kind of into.
Alright, yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
You
So
might want to
vote-
see Joshua ball.
Alright.
So vote him for maintaining Girl Star.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not. Don't. No, it's infected. Just don't do that.
I said vote Joshua. What?
Yes, do that. Do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Look at my name.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah,
Holy shit, this guy's the best player in the world.
I know.
Yeah. Alright. Let's move on to the next game, which is Z9 versus Newt. Z9 won 3-1, and the player of the match was Bakanje. Bakanje and Adbon. Can you guys just discuss, like, what happened during that game?
Newt trolled. We won because of that.
Yeah, I think that kind of describes it perfectly. We didn't have like 2 of our players because we never do. That's kind of just how it works. Because what the fuck is having an actual roster? And then we just kind of trolled. We still won the first map with me playing flex support. That was kind of
It was
fun.
because I wasn't there. We had juice on Reinhardt. So like.
Yeah, but we had an X runner on DPS. I don't know, dude.
Novice is the goat at DPS. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. His tracer was not inspirational.
His tracer is inspirational. What are you talking about?
Yeah, wait, his Tracer is actually the most inspirational thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude, that's cap.
It literally isn't.
Listen, I was literally playing Ana and Zen. I don't know.
Dude, X-Runner's DPS is better than his tank.
Aren't you like? Didn't you peak on support though?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Like you peaked on Ana, like 4-1.
I peaked on Ana and Zen.
Yeah, you peaked.
well,
you peaked
I
your
think-
flex
I think
support
that
4-1.
explains it.
Support there.
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of trolled. We won because of that. I mean, honestly, their off rails weren't too bad.
Yeah, like, would
God's
you say that you guys, it would have been a lot closer
If they had client, it would have been closer.
if they had
If we
client
put a roster and we think we win 3-2.
I literally did not hear something you said, but
Yeah,
I think
you
you said
kinda
if you had your
launch.
main roster, you would have won.
Try that again. If we had our main roster on actual roles. Is it good or am I cutting out?
It's a bit better,
yeah,
but like,
Eh,
yeah. Can't be a real person.
Not real, not real, not real.
But yeah, if you had like fucking flawless clients,
With Flawless and Client were in there?
actually, no, flawless is there. Like no, if they had like the main starting roster they wanted to run, like it would have been good, but they didn't.
I think we would win 3-2 if we had actual.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah. I think last week I said like 3-2 or 3-2 for Z9. I forget which one.
Also, my Sigma's kind of inspirational, so that does have something to do with it.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the last game, which was Love Muffin versus Easy Clap. The player of the match was Eok, and the honorable mention was Target Acquired. So I just have to preface this in saying, this was honestly just a comms diff because first map we kind of lost because we played double shield. I wasn't comfortable on Orisa, and then Eok came in. We had to play Orisa Hog. I mean, Sig Hog.
How are you not confident on Orisa?
Bro, you don't understand. You actually don't understand.
Dude,
That shouldn't be possible. Like, I'm pretty confident in my Orisa even.
I've never seen a bad Orisa in my entire life. You just
Like, I'm
can't be bad at
genuine,
Orisa.
No. Yeah, it just yeah.
Oh wait, I actually have seen someone who is not the most inspirational in Orisa.
And who is that?
Possibly someone in our Gauntlet game.
Oh.
Possibly.
Uh,
It was not their fault though, so.
I'm so confused.
Don't be. But overall, it was a close game, too close for us. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. We kind of trolled the first map, but except that it was good.
I will say from our standpoint, we were going into this, we were very confident that we were gonna 3-0 you guys. Yeah. And first map definitely brought up our confidence more because it was definitely a hard roll. I'm just gonna be straight up.
Yeah, it was.
Second map, we thought it was gonna be the last game because we didn't think it was gonna be what was it, like we didn't think it was gonna be like all 6 teams in playoffs basically, or we thought it was basically our last match of League 0 this season. So we wanted to give a grade a map, so we put in a grade for what is it, Hollywood, and you guys just kind of, I wouldn't say stomped, but you guys kind of, it was definitely solid win for you guys, I would say. Third map was really close, really. Oh my god, that.
Yeah, I wasn't in Volskaya, right?
No, third map was Hollywood. I mean, not Hollywood.
No,
Rialto.
I'm
Yeah.
watching it right now.
Oh,
I will say
Rialto was really close. The only reason why we won that was because I think Deadlock took YOLO God and killed him. And that's why we won.
The Deadlock got a really good hook.
That was the best. That was the hook of the game. I will say, I felt like I was doing really good as Hog that map. But I will say that the 1v1 Hog matchup between me and Deadlock is a really good Hog.
Yeah.
At least for my
Hog is kind of
very good Hog.
I think Deadlock just recently hit either like 4.2 or 4.3, so it's kind of inspirational.
Yeah, Deadlock is very good.
We can say that, yeah.
Yeah, it was just back and forth except for that last part.
Yeah.
That was tragic though. And then the third map, you guys kind of rolled. You guys, I did not play good that third map. I couldn't play ball because you guys been sombras. And then I just couldn't play the Hog I wanted to be honest.
Yeah. But I do have to say for that game, Eok's comms were the deal breaker for our team, 110%. Because when me and Dad were in for first map, we had little to no like actual sustenance in comms. And when
what the fuck does that mean?
It means like actual good stuff in the comms.
I guess.
I think If we ended up winning second map, I think we would have won the series. We would have just kept the momentum.
Yeah.
Because after losing that second map, and especially the third map, we lost our momentum a lot.
Yeah, especially when the third map was so close.
Oh my god, that third map, man.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have bad people.
Also, oh yeah, you go. Also, Love Muffin is still undefeated on Rialto, so let's go.
That's because you haven't played Newt or Glock on like Rialto yet, isn't it?
No, I think we played you guys on Rialto. That's how we almost reverse swept you guys.
Don't worry, don't worry.
You reverse sweep us.
Wait, I may be a bit dumb.
I think you are.
Scooter, you're always dumb.
That is true. Hold up, I gotta see the game. Give me a second. League 0.
Didn't she play us on Dorado?
I'm looking right now.
She played us on Dorado.
Are you really looking? Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. That's Glock.
During this time, I would like anybody to vote for Joshua as main tank role star. He deserves it. I don't. I'm a shit up. Oh, wait. Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps.
Oh, we did play Dorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell do you guys?
Yeah, that's why we lost. I don't know why we didn't play Rialto.
So mad about the Rialto game. Yolo, if you're watching this, I hate you. JK, I love you, Yolo.
Alright. So, let's stop talking about the recap and go into the predictions for the games.
Easy Clap's gonna win 3-0, not even close. That's
true. That's
so.
your thinking. So let's move into the first game, which is Chengdu Chats versus Easy Clap. I think most of us think that Chengdu is gonna win.
No,
I do have to say, there is a chance that Easy Clap wins. If the
and 100% chance, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Easy Clap's tank line is honestly very good in the league.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not trying to boost your ego, Infected.
Oh no, I'm not. No.
The question marks are definitely their DPS and their support line.
Dude, wait, Easy Clap's tank line? Oh, wait, I need to look at the other tank lines.
Let's go between each player, right? Tank line, better. DPS line, better. Support line, better.
That's true as hell, that's true as hell.
So that only means that Easy Clap wins.
Wait, I'm gonna rank these tank lines.
Our strategy is to boom Zero's mental.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah, honestly, like, okay, Chengdu has, like, in my opinion, the worst mental in the whole league, but that's not saying a lot because every single
I think Chengdu also has the worst tank line in the league.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, what, Matthew the GOAT?
I honestly thought that you would put us at bottom.
I don't think so. Deadlock is very good.
Decent. He's
I like
definitely
Deadlock.
better than Ducky.
Oh, well, yeah, Ducky.
What? No, Abon's speaking. That's right. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah, Advon.
There's not even
spitting facts right now. Holy shit.
There's not even a question to talk about this. We're gonna stomp them. Like we're not even gonna let them win a fight.
Ducky is not that crazy.
Yeah. Evan, you just brought me to tears with that.
Yeah.
Like, listen, Rectophobia is better than Bun. Strider is better than Zira.
That's true.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember any of their other players.
True as hell. All of those.
Yes.
Alright, I'm not sure that there's that much to say going into the Chengdu game. I do say that Easy Clap may have a chance.
100% chance.
Alright, you could think that, but I definitely think that Chengdu is gonna come out on top for this one.
It's just a fact.
Alright, let's move on to the last prediction, which is Love Muffin versus Z9. The analysts think that Love Muffin is going to win, but everyone else thinks that Z9
you can look at the analyst tab, actually, in end credits, and you can see that it's mostly made up of novice Inter players, so I'm going to take that with a grain of salt, actually.
I was thinking that Love Muffin's going to beat Z9. That's because they're only looking at the records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. I think Z9 are gonna win like the first map or the second map, and I think they're gonna get cocky, or like they're gonna roll the first map or second map, and then what is it? Love Muffin's gonna try to bring it back, and then Yan's gonna be like, oh wait, we might lose, and then Keith just pops off and wins.
Keith, yes.
We're actually better than these guys. I'm actually just gonna, not be bad.
Okay, well, I feel like definitely we brought on a new coach, Avian.
Wow, coach in League 0. Holy shit, wait.
No. But unironically,
Dude,
he's been doing a bunch. Unironically.
Coach in League 0. That's all I gotta say. I
It
don't know.
is nuts, I do gotta say.
Yeah, coach in League 0. This guy's popping off. Holy shit.
But I definitely think that's gonna be an uphill battle. But I don't think that we're not gonna take a map. I definitely think we're gonna take a map, at the very least.
This
Yeah.
definitely isn't gonna be a roll. There's no way. I can't see you guys losing 3-0.
Then why do you put
Nah,
3-0?
you put 3-0. You put 3-0.
I put 3-0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a lie.
Look at the sheet. You said
Dude,
3-0 Z9.
somebody screwed up. Somebody messed it up. There's no way. There's no way.
Sounds like cap to me, Chief.
No. Somebody went on it and they changed it.
I'm taking a screenshot and sending it to you right now.
Dude, no, I know. It's what do you mean? It's not 3-0. That's actually just
3 to
live.
2. 3 to 2.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
You just fucking changed this, okay?
Dude, no, I swear somebody changed
3-0.
it.
Like, what the fuck?
Dude, you're just changing it back. No.
Dude, you don't get to
Dude, I knew it. I'm getting bullied. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are just like the kids in my school.
Points.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Love Muffin's gonna be a fairly easy game.
Well, I disagree with that. Also, I don't know.
Watch, aren't we?
What are you fucking gonna run? A hog ball?
No.
Hog sig? Like, what's hog sig is just...
Hog Sig is not inspirational.
Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna run? You have to run ball.
Well...
Dude, the deadlock ball goated.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Eok and Deadlock, best off tanks in the league. Let's go.
That's just...
We literally have Klein, but okay.
Yeah, that's just not even sure.
Client's not gonna show up because he's probably gonna be at like a no evil scrim, right? And then he's just.
Klein
doesn't even have a game this week.
Oh, never mind.
But yeah, no,
Our game isn't this week, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
see, like, okay.
I forgot.
Theoretically, I don't know if Ultra's gonna be there, but
okay.
yeah, that doesn't really matter.
I've only seen
Yeah, but
I can't get MTD'd now. Thank God.
yeah, it was like wow. No, whoever we put on ball is gonna main tank Diffu. Whoever we put on Sig is gonna main tank off tank Diffu. Yeah.
Ooh, I kind of disagree with that, but we'll
Yeah,
we'll see in the match. We'll see in
Wait,
the
so
match,
what do you disagree with? What do you disagree with?
All of the above.
The only way.
Toxic.
There's no way Love Muffin runs ball unless like Pooter or Deadlock has been grinding ball for like the past week or
If
two.
they don't run ball comps are definitely better than our resub comps. So I genuinely do not think that double shield is good. So
Yeah, no, agreed.
double shield
No
is
pun
just not
intended.
good.
Why don't you like double shield?
It's boring.
Okay, that's not the answer to the question I actually meant. Like, why do you think it's bad?
Because it's very counterable.
Ball comps just kind of fuck it. I don't know.
It's harder to counter ball comps instead of.
It's literally not like I don't know. It's literally not being run in Korea right now. So
Because like, if you get, here's the thing. Double shield is very good at maintaining space, but it's very bad at taking space. So if you like get
I
up in
guess.
double shield's faces, then like you win, or like you just get ball to boop him in, or you get ball to take up all the stuns, and then you
Well,
go
yeah,
in.
if you're able to take a point or whatever, it's basically impossible.
League 0 double shield's probably better, but because fucking
Yeah.
people
Oh,
are
yeah.
retarded. But
Play.
I don't know. We diff Love Muffin on any comp we run. So it's probably whatever.
19, you're gonna
We're
run
just a
ball.
better team. You know, we might pull out Red X Lucio. Who knows? Red X support kind of goes crazy.
Truth. Yeah, I ran into him like 3 times in comp, and every single game we had Cheater on the other team.
Well, it goes crazy.
Maybe he's just a better player.
Yeah, better player. I don't know.
Maybe.
You just have to get a better hacker client.
Yeah.
A better gaming chair, yeah. All right. I think that's all that we had to talk about. Right.
That's kind of.
Make sure to vote Joshua for main tank girl star.
All right. I was about to say you guys can say whatever you guys want now, but go ahead. Now, go, everyone.
It's kind of cool if client would like actually come to a game, not on map 4. That'd be kind of pog. That's probably not gonna happen though. Kind of sad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pretty big L.
The Conjure Infected, do you guys want to say anything?
Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Boston_fine.
Alright.
Good shit. Follow me on Twitter at Bakanje. Votes Joshua mid tank roll star. Votes Bakanje off tank roll star. Votes Glacial Flex DPS roll star. Is Jazza candidate for hitscan roll star?
He better be.
Okay, if he is, then votes Jazza for hitscan roll star. Fuck, I'm thinking. Oh, vote Pascal MVP. Fuck his main support. Jepic. Vote Jepic for most improved.
What the hell?
Why would Jepic get most improved? That's kind of weird.
I feel like
he's on Glock, so he's my boy automatically.
So go infected for most improved.
But
Okay.
dude, they traded you for Beast. I don't know.
I don't know. I regret being traded, kind of, but it's whatever. It's whatever.
Ooh. Okay. Let's wrap this up. See you guys next week.
Hello everybody and welcome to League Zero Season 3's award ceremony. I'm Bob and today I'm going to be announcing the winners of each of the individual player accolades from each of the 4 divisions. I'm so excited to be here today and I can't wait to tell you who won. And now, starting with Novice of course, I'm going to be announcing the award winner, and the second placement. Starting with most improved, we have Chef, with the runner-up being Minimax. We have most clutch with Titanic, and we have SD Awesome as the runner-up. 7th man, Rim Jazzberry, with 2nd place being Empty. The Flex support role star is Pog, with a runner-up of Phantom Flex. Main support role star, Geek Egg, with a runner-up of Woolly Sheep. Flex DPS, we have Titanic again, with a runner-up of SD Awesome again. We have Hitscan DPS, being Spongy Cheese, with a 2nd placement of Tilted Waffle. We have, for the off-tank also, we have Zorthcon, with the runner-up being Blue Jay. And for main tank, you have Minimax, and you have Prince Zexu as the 2nd placement. Now moving on to the Rookie Award. This was a very tight vote, but the winner is Geek Egg. Geek Egg will be your 2020 League Zero Season 3 Rookie for Novice Division, with a runner-up being Blue Jay. Congratulations to you. And the overall MVP. It was such a tough decision, but you and the community have decided that your winner shall be Flankyada. Congratulations, Flankyada. You definitely deserve this award. Zorthcon is the runner-up. Definitely a talented player as well. Now, we're going to be moving on to Intermediate. And now, moving to Intermediate, you have for most improved, the winner is Red Knight, with a runner-up being Baby T. You have Kate as the most clutch, with Squirrel Ben coming close. 7th man goes to Silent Sword, and Rockcrafts is going to be the backup for that. Your flex support also is going to be Great Cub, and with a backup of Chudonger. Main support, you have Baby T with a backup of Quart P. Flex DPS is the Pete with a runner-up being Steady State. Your hitscan DPS is Swellben with a runner-up being Kilroy. Greek God X being your off-tank with a backup of Navina. And your main tank also is QZY with a backup of Tyler. Congratulations to all of you. And moving on to the Rookie Award. This rookie will go to Rockcrafts, with the 2nd placement being Baby T. And for your overall MVP, this was a very tight one, but you all have voted, and your MVP is going to be Phone. Phone definitely deserves this award. Everyone in this pool could have won it, in my opinion. Your runner-up will be QZY. Well, congratulations to all of those, and we're going to be moving to Advanced. Now, moving on to Advance, your Most Improved award goes to 4, with your second place being Platinum, Most Clutch being Raging Cool, second place going to Acid, 7th Man going to 4 once again, second place being Master Dempsey, your Flex Support Role Star was going to Ranter, with Pixel Master taking the runner-up. Main Support going to Kun Master, with Platinum being the backup, Flex DPS you have Tanic B, and Blossom taking the second place. Your Hitscan DPS is going to Acid, with Mr. Serial Kill coming right behind. Off tank is going to be Zakatar, Copy Dog, in a close race. Your main tank role star is going to be Apple, and the second place being Ant. Moving on to the rookie. This player has come into the season and definitely showed off their skills. That player is Ono Potato. Mr. Serial Kill is the second place. And moving on to overall MVP, I know this is the closest of really all of them, and I would like to announce Cam will be your advanced MVP for this season, with the runner-up being Acid. Moving on to Expert. And now, moving on to Expert, you have Infected as the most improved, the second place being Jepic. Most Clutch goes to Client, with the second place Bun. 7th Man going to Snipes, with a second place of Mark Q8. Your Flex Support Role Star is Daniel, and the backup will be Keith. Your main support Role Star goes to Geode, and Adam was right behind. Your Flex DPS Role Star goes to Zera, with the backup being Glacial. Your Hitscan DPS goes to Bun, and the backup being Jaza. Your off-tank Role Star goes to Client, and the runner-up is Baknaje. And your main tank Role Star goes to Jishua, and the backup will be Flawless. Now, moving on to the rookie, you have Infected winning the award. Nova, very close second, but Infected did take it in the end. Moving on to MVP, this is a very tight vote, and honestly any of the players could have won it, but it will go to Pascal. Client will be the second place, but Pascal will be your Season 3 Expert MVP. And now let's go on to the next awards.
So let's end out the award presentations rather quickly. There's no need to drag this out any longer. So we'll be going in the exact same order that I covered the nominees the last time around. First award was the Standout Team Staff Award, and the runner-up for that is Geode from Newt Newt. The winner, shouldn't be any surprise here, was Alianos from Geometric, so congratulations to you two. For the Play-by-Play Caster Award, the runner-up was Joe Razor, with the winner being Intel, so congratulations to you two. The Color Caster, the runner-up was Red Knight, and the winner was Hedwig. And for the Standout Community Award, the runner-up was Chef, and by about 2 votes, the winner is Jepic. But I will say that all 3 nominees there were just about 1/3 of the votes, so it was extremely close. I think Intel was like 6 votes behind or something like that. Really not that much. And I'm not going to be listing all the team MVPs out, but I do have those as well, and I'll be showing those on screen right next to me. But yeah, congratulations to all the winners. I'm going to send it back to Mob for the outro. Hope you all enjoyed this little presentation, a little bit quicker than last week, but oh well. And see you next week. Good luck to all the teams competing in the playoffs.
Thank you, Akwi. Moving on, I would like to personally apologize for anyone's name being mispronounced by myself. And also, I'd like to thank you all for coming and watching the League Zero Season 3 award ceremony. Congratulations to all the players who won an award, and if you didn't, I'm sure you can win one next season. And that's going to be Mob and Akwi signing out.